Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. So I'm recording this video to talk about Mejiro Palmer today. So it turns out that Mejiro Palmer, Mejiro McQueen, and Mejiro Ryan all won the Takarazuka kinen 3 years in a row. They won, each one won once, three to. So I forget the years, but like in the 90s. So I wanted to run them. That's why I was working on it. I already showed you what I did with Mejiro McQueen and with what I did with Mejiro Ryan. So this is Mejiro Palmer. So for the championship meeting, again, it's the same conditions. It hasn't changed. The only difference is that she is Oonige. She's a runner. So that means that the stamina and the guts things change a little bit according to the stamina calculator. It gets a little easier. So if you have one gold recovery, you have 610 stamina and 500 guts. And in the case of Mejiro Palmer, her unique skill is a recovery skill. So I don't have to worry about zero gold recovery case. I mean, if it doesn't go off, she's going to lose. So I only need to worry about this case here or this case here if I do guts training. So I only need 460 stamina if I'm doing guts training, and I only need 600 if I have 500 guts. So the bar for stamina is actually pretty low when you play with her. So the green skills as usual is background, summer, right turn, punching racetrack, down 400 meter length, and cloudy. That doesn't change. Everything is the same. And in her case, her mile is an F. This means that even if I pump in 10, red stars into her when you start raising her, the best I can get is mile B. I can't get to mile A. And the odds of getting mid-distance S becomes much, much lower because I haven't put any things into it. I can only put 2, so at most 6 stars into mid-distance S for mid-distance to get mid-distance S. So when I actually did her, so I'm recording this after I actually did a run with Mejiro Palmer. And when I did her, I basically ignored the mile and just put everything into mid-distance and hope to get the mid-distance S, because that's the more important part. And because I don't need that much stamina or guts, I did the standard 2-speed, 3 intelligence build, and in her case, 1 power. The reason why I had to use 1 power is because she needs Jigatama. As a Nige, she needs a skill that goes off immediately after the gate opens, and there's 2 of them. 1 gold skill that you can get from Halloween Mihono Bourbon, and the other one is called Jigatame, which you can get from multiple places, but you have to get it. You don't necessarily have to get the gold version of the Mihono Bourbon skill, but you do need 2 of these. To get that, I used the power card of Smart Falcon to get Jigatame. So that's why it's 2 speed, 1 power, and 3 intelligence. And in her case, her bonus or her, the stats that go up when you train with her is speed, stamina, and guts. And she's actually one of my favorite girls. So that's part of the reason why I pumped in a lot of hint books into her. So these 3 are pretty easy to get from me now. Okay. So her power is low. So I put all the inherits on power, and I'm going to raise raise speed, and when speed goes up, power goes up. And when I raise intelligence, then speed goes up. So this is what I did. All right. Now, when you play a runner character, a Nige character, you absolutely need this skill. This skill is an absolute must. Angling scheming from Sailing Scott. You cannot not have this skill. This is an absolute must skill. And the second skill is, it's more up to who you want to use. But in my case, I happen to have a red Marzensky that is, where is she? Power 63. I mean, I could use I have another character that gives me 63 power. That's El Condor Pasa. So I could use El Condor Pasa as well. And, you know, mid-distance, 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 and just hope that mid-distance procs. And, you know, I'm just going to throw away all the mile races. And I did, basically. I didn't run any mile races when I did it with her. So you need, I pumped in everything into here. And with Sailing Sky, I got that acceleration skill from being at first place when you enter the final leg of the race. And then as backup, I used the Ichibanboshi, first star, the skill that you get from the scenario. And in her case, you know, as I said, I'm looking for only stamina 700 and guts 500. That allows her to run the entire course. So what card would I use? This would be it. Right. So Kita-san Black is a card that gives a 5% race bonus. Shinko Windy is a card that gives you a 10% race bonus. Marvelous Sunday is a card that gives you a 10% race bonus. Mihono Bourbon is that card that you need the gold skill from for acceleration. The skill here. Sente Hisho. And this skill, no, not that one, is the skill that I absolutely need as well. These are the two skills that I need. So one for her, one for her. Sorry. So 5%, 10%, 10%, 10% from Serious Symboli, 5% from Mihono Bourbon, and 10% from Smart Falcon. So 5 plus 5 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I get that 50% race bonus. So I did this, and this is the results that I got. So I can just show you quickly. It's not bad. I didn't get mid distances. God, that sucked. So 1200, 1200, 1200. You know, I hit the max on speed, power, and int that I wanted. You know, having a higher guts would have been preferable. If I wanted to have a higher guts, then what I would do is instead of doing that training, speed, power, speed int training, what I would do is I would probably still put everything into power for her. And then, actually, El Condor Pasa gave me a double circle, so I have to do El Condor Pasa. And then instead of doing intelligence build, I would do a guts build. And all right. So I would actually use just rely on this gold skill, which is really risky, and pray that this skill drops from Oonige cap. The other possibility is I use both Oonige cap and I use where should I go? Here, Air Groove, and Air Groove also has the skill Jigatame here as well. So pray that Jigatame drops from either of these, and then do this. So this would be a guts speed build, and I'm hoping that the speed bonus from all these, every single 5 of these cards will give me speed bonus, and that will put me up. And in terms of race bonus, this is 5% and 5%. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. That's 15%, so 55. So this is the 2 options I have. This would probably give me a better ranking because it will raise 4 stats. It will raise speed, it will raise power, it will raise guts, and it will raise intelligence. So, I could do this, or, and show you the results. But for now, I'll just show you the results that I had earlier, which was the one from this build here. Where's she going? So that's it for now. It's a relatively short video, and I'll see you guys around. All right, take it easy.